Spring Activator again. And in this particular session, what I want to do is I want to give you a great framework for how you can best assess the current status of your business and really start to assess this new normal that we're in so that you can then plan the best response to ensure that your company both survives and thrives through this process. So the starting point is that we want to focus on the 5 core areas of our business: finance, sales, marketing, product, and team. And as we go through this process, it is important to note that we want to focus first on finance. Within finance, we're going to talk about cash flow, runway, forecast. And the important part is we want to know for cash flow, how much cash do we have available assuming 0 revenue? So how much cash is in the bank? If we had 0 revenue for the coming month, how far could we go? And the important number for you to remember is 3 months. If you have less than 3 months of cash, then you want to move into an emergency response mode to make sure that you can stretch your runway by reducing cash, finding sources of funding, bringing in receivables. But under finance, cash flow, runway, forecast. If revenue is 0, how much runway do you have? Can you get to 3 months and beyond? The magic number for us right now is January 31st, 2021. We want to try and have some confidence to get there. Now, once we move past that, we want to move into sales, and we're going to be assessing where our customers are, the pricing, the risks within this world of sales, and the opportunities, because for some of us, the opportunities can be significant. What comes next is marketing. And under marketing, we really want to look at what's changed. And in particular, we're going to be looking at things like marketing channels, online versus offline, where our customers are hanging out online, especially during the COVID-19 crisis. So we want to make sure we focus there. From there, we dig into product. And it's really important to note we need to reboot this process. What does our market actually need in this world and in this environment that we're in right now? And then the last one is, as we focus on the team, we're going to focus on building resilience. So across these 5 categories, what we want to do is we want to ask ourselves these 5 questions over and over again. So under finance, under sales, under marketing, under product, and under team, what has changed? And in particular, what's gone? So what opportunities are no longer available? What is gone forever? Because it's important that we face that, just directly and upfront. The second thing, of course, is to look at what's the same. The third one is to dig into risk level. So when we think about sales and we look at our current customers, we look at our sales prospects, where is the risk? And if you don't know, then what you want to do is get on the phone with those customers and actually find out, how are they doing? What are their issues? What are the challenges? So that you can kind of risk adjust your sales funnel and also your customer database. We're also looking at risk level in terms of marketing, like, what is our conversion rate? What's working well there? Our risk on the product. How's our supply chain doing? So let's assess the risk. The fourth one is to look at the new opportunity or opportunities. Are there new sales channels? Are there new customers? Who's recession proof out there? How can we take advantage of this? What new opportunities exist in reducing cost in supply chain? What new distribution channels are available to us? So we want to ask this question again across the board. And then the last one, of course, is across these first 4 questions, how does it impact my forecast? How does it impact my revenue? How does it impact my cash flow? How does it impact my cost structure? Because this helps us to know if we're going to survive these coming months and then position ourselves for success going forward. So these are the core elements that we want to go through. It is important to note that as you start to ask these questions and fill out your assessment, ask for help. And if you remember, we created a video on this, but we're creating a priority list of people who can help us. We're creating regular updates through email, and we always include one ask and one offer. When people help us, we always say thank you. I also recommend we create a hive mind. And so what I mean by this is a peer group or peer groups of support, fellow CEOs, fellow founders, fellow leaders of business who can help us through this. And then the other critical pieces include your team, right? Now is the time for us to have the courage to get people involved so that we can get more creative, find more solutions, face the problems as a team. And so once you've gone through the assessment, Make sure that you're asking for help. What is the feedback? Have you missed anything? What new opportunities can come up? How can you challenge yourself in new ways? So we ask for help through this process. And then the last thing that I want to encourage you to do is join our webinar on April 9th. We're actually going to go deeper for 90 minutes on this topic of how do we assess our business? How do we find the risks and deal with them? How do we see opportunities and capitalize on them? So join us on April 9th. I'm going to include a link down below in the first comment so that you guys can access it. Sign up. Would love to see you there. And again, any comments down below would be fantastic. So look forward to chatting with you all soon.